excited to be sharing this video with you guys because today we're gonna be talking about the relationship that happened between Sophie and Eliza on the show called Surface. It is a new series. It has one season available, 8 episodes, and it's actually available on Apple TV. Just in case any of you would like to go and watch it, I will definitely recommend anybody to watch it. This show is very different, very intense, very mysterious, and I really like the way the show ended. It ended on a very positive note, and it makes me want, to stay tuned to season 2, which is gonna include way more, moments of Sophie and Eliza. So I'm excited for season 2 to come. And before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you so much for everybody who likes, who comments, who shares, and who subscribes to the channel. Me personally, I really do appreciate all the love and all the support you guys been showing, and please let me know down below in the comments if any of you have watched this show and what is your personal opinion regarding it. Is if it's a up, a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let me know your opinion. Let me know. Let's not waste any more time and let's get right into the video. So basically, like I already said, the show is called Surface. So basically, Sophie, after suffering a traumatic head injury that leaves her with serious memory issues, Sophie embarks on a journey of peace, trying to put her life back, in pieces, trying to figure out what really happened with her because she can't remember anything at all. So she realized that the people who are helping her might also be the ones who are damaging her at the same time. So she's on a very difficult journey trying to figure out who she is, what's going on, why can't she remember everything. She's doing therapy, she's taking all the steps needed in order to get better, but she still feels like something doesn't make sense because she keeps having these flashbacks of people that she doesn't understand what role they play in her life. So it's a very difficult moment for her. And then her and her husband, they go through like money laundering situations. If you guys want to know more about that whole details, I would definitely recommend you to go watch the show. My main purpose will only be talking about the relationship of Sophie and and Eliza. So where does Eliza and Sophie's story comes into play? So Eliza is a woman who Sophie supposedly dated in the past. Sophie tries to figure out who is this woman that she keeps having flashes in her memory of. She sees this woman like with her in the accident, bleeding, fighting for her life, but she can't figure out who this person really is. Since Sophie don't remember anything, it's very difficult for her to try to figure out, who's this woman that keeps popping up in her memory. And this woman in this case is Eliza. Eliza don't appear a lot. She actually appears like in some in some scenes during the season, but not like until the last episodes, 6, 7, 8. That's when she actually shows case of Eliza more. But season 2 is looking very promising because after everything that went on and the way the season ended, you will definitely be seeing a way more of Eliza and Sophie together in season 2. Eliza and Sophie shared a moment when Sophie was on supplements, and at this point she was high, and another imagination with Eliza came upon where Eliza told Sophie that she always runs away when things get difficult, and Eliza also told Sophie that she has to let her go, she has to let these visions go, because according to what is happening is that Eliza realized that Sophie hurt her a lot, but Sophie's still trying to understand, like, why do I keep having flashes of this woman with me in the accident, bleeding? I'm really want to know who she is. And then Sophie, pulling up on that imagination with her is like, oh, okay, so it looks like I really hurt this woman. She really loved me. I disappointed her. I left her, and we dated. So more or less, she's trying to, she understands the situation that went on with her and Lisa, even though she doesn't or actually really know who the woman is. At the end of the season show, Sophie leaves her husband. She sets up a getaway, because she needed to get away with everything that was going on with her personal life after losing someone that she also had a love affair with, and how that situation played out. Going through a lot of difficulties, a very toxic relationship with her husband. She knew she needed to disappear and go after answers, and one of those answers was to figure out who this woman is, who is Eliza, what roles does she play in her memory and in her life, and why does she keep having these visions of this person. So Sophie embarks on a journey to go. She plans a whole, like she sets up a whole escape scene so she can get away without the police or her husband finding out who she really is and where she really went. Like basically she actually set up her own disappearing, you know. So Sophie goes to London and she ends up seeing Eliza. You know, Sophie tried to approach her in a bar. Eliza was shocked when, you know, when she saw Sophie. And then, you know, they were like, they made this eye contact in the bar, and, you know, and Eliza was so confused. She was like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Is this woman really here? So and then Eliza actually went after Sophie and tell her, hey Tess, what are you doing here? Eliza called, you know, Sophie Tess, and not Sophie. And it's like very, very surprising, because that's the moment we actually figure out that Sophie has a double personality, and that her real name for Eliza is Tess, and that Eliza doesn't know her as Sophie but knows her as Tess. So that's how everything ended, where they actually re-encountered, and they met again after everything, that after the whole incident and tragedy happened. Now finally, you know, Sophie and Eliza are together. They finally reconnected and see each other in real life, face to face. So now this comes the other part of Sophie's life, that she's gonna figure out who this person is, what role does she play in her life. But also, one thing that I wanted to say, in episode 4 you can actually see that Sophie, you know, she had this intimate moment with a young lady that works as an escort. She actually paid her to give her her kiss, and one of the reasons she needed to do that, because she knew if she kissed another woman, she will have more flashbacks of Eliza and maybe figure out something more, you know, to see where to start. So the series is a little bit, you know, confusing at the beginning. You actually have to go into it and watch to, you know, for everything to make sense. Yes, Sophie has a couple of love interests. She has her husband also cheated with her with one of her close friends, but Sophie was not also an innocent person. She also has a lot of dirt on her. She also have done a lot of wrongs. She and her husband very, very complicated, but season 2 is looking good, because like I already said, Sophie and Eliza, in this case Tess and Eliza, they are going to reconnect. They're gonna figure out what really happened, and why does, you know, Sophie keep seeing her in that situation that she keeps seeing her at the incident. So we will have more answer, we will understand everything and develop more, and hopefully maybe they will, you know, have another opportunity for their romance. That's what I am hoping for. But yes guys, that's basically it. Please go watch Surface if you haven't watched it yet. I will definitely recommend you to do so. I also activated the super stickers to the channel just in case any of you would like to make a small donation. I would also really appreciate that. And also, one thing, I also activated, you know, the shop to our channel, the Wolf Pride Kennel brand, and the link of the store will be down below in the description. Go shop with us and stand for what you believe in with pride. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I really enjoyed watching this show, and I will definitely watch season 2. I don't know when it will actually be released, maybe next year, hopefully, but I'm excited for it, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video just as much as I have enjoyed making it. I hope I see you guys again at the next video, and goodbye.